This week on Dark Corners, the total immersion bong. Black market women kept beneath the counter. And a dead body prematurely ends a date.
She's dead! Stop! Stop!
Then maybe a movie! We're looking at Atom Age Vampire, a well-known B-movie title, though I have no idea why.
That's the most intelligent question.
Italian film Sedok the Heir of Satan probably wasn't that great to start with. Then the US dub made it ridiculous by cutting 20 minutes, mostly of stripping, and adding an inappropriate title. Enough history.
Go put some clothes on.
Am I naked again? Pierre is not happy about his girlfriend Jeanette's job.
You had your choice. Either me or the so-called profession you're working at.
It's awesome dating a stripper, but she keeps taking her clothes off for men. Really feels like she's better off without this controlling jackass, but Jeanette is upset. And... leaving her scarred. But good news.
You might as well be prepared for the worst. But it won't make any difference to someone who really loves you.
Like the man who insisted you give up your job.
At least drink a cup of tea.
Go on, you will now, won't you? Another up-to-date reference from Dark Corners. Jeanette sees no way out.
No. You mustn't give up all hope yet.
Okay. Monique works for Professor Levin.
We have discovered a new therapy together, and it's miraculous. I guarantee it.
It's called Pilates. We head to the lab, and if you change the soundtrack, this looks like the opening of a disturbing children's show. Hello, I'm feeding my rabbits. Later in the show, we'll be killing them. Briefly, Levin developed Derma-25 from radioactive material, which had some issues.
Transforming them into monsters. Look at that.
He then cured that with Derma-28.
There is no doubt. There is not the slightest doubt any longer.
Which restores cells, so by curing the monsterism he created, he can also heal scars. Handy, huh? Monique is in love with her boss.
For a moment there, you seem to be performing some sacred ritual.
I love the way you microwave.
It was a ritual.
You can probably see the way this is heading as Jeanette arrives.
She's disfigured forever. As if by a cancer that's beyond control, like leprosy.
Quite the bedside manner you've got there. He gets to work reconstructing Jeanette's face. Just kidding. He's knocking through a secret passage to the lab on the off chance that one becomes necessary later in the movie. Back to the treatment.
Nothing. It has no effect.
Embarrassing. But the important thing is not to overreact.
We'll have to kill her.
In his defense, he's worried about side effects.
I can't bear to think of her becoming a...
A monster, is that it?
But then... pretty good effect. We were going to kill you. Funny story, I'll tell you later. Good news for Jeanette, but not for Monique, because now she's beautiful again. And in her gratitude, Jeanette gives him the wrong idea.
I owe you more than my life itself.
I can only interpret that one way. Leaving Monique to win the Dark Corners Miss Moneypenny Award. But while Jeanette is grateful, Levin is taking some stuff for granted.
You love me. You weren't able to see clearly inside your heart, and you're still too upset by everything that has happened in your life. You must know you love me. I'll never be able to live without you.
I'll bear.
No, Jeanette.
Call me Big Al.
Excuse me, one moment.
Just grab my Viagra.
Tell me what it is.
Nothing.
Actually, these are pills she should have taken, and...
I don't know what's wrong. It's as though my face were on fire.
Sit down here a moment.
so it's back to the lab.
Sasha, help us carry her to the laboratory.
So, when you said to help you, but they've used up the Derma-28, is there another way?
I'll transplant directly from another human being those glands which produce Derma-28. From another woman, a young one.
Out there! You must be insane!
This is where we were always going to end up because, you may have noticed, this is Eyes Without a Face. But Monique needs some persuading.
I want to dominate the girl, to possess her creatively.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
You know, I would kill 1,000 times before I would admit defeat.
Red flag.
Please be reasonable.
Not sure she comes around because next time we see her...
Paralysis of the heart. It's quite obvious.
When did that happen? The police find nothing suspicious and Jeanette is well again. But as in corruption, faceless and every other Eyes Without a Face rip-off, she continues to need transplants.
I feel cold suddenly and my face is burning like the other night.
And so...
What's that?
But, for some reason, Levin is starting to feel guilty. There's only one solution.
A monster who doesn't fear killing.
Become a monster, hunting women to help Jeanette.
One might even say, a vampire of the atom age.
Yes, if one was trying to justify the title of one's movie.
Young lady, come here. I'll give you anything you ask.
All right.
It's always prostitutes in these movies. When a lover needs a new face, a new body, new glands, scientists are straight down the street corner. Jeanette, of course, remains unaware of all this and is still in love with Pierre,
How are you?
who seems to have moved on.
Am I wrong or are you getting fatter?
Charmer. But
Pierre!
Jeanette,
touching.
tell me.
Feels less and less like Levin has a long-term plan. Pierre goes to the cops, where his story chimes with a recent traffic stop.
Inside as well as the driver, there was an unconscious woman and a doctor taking her to the hospital.
Speeding car with an unconscious woman in the back? Why wouldn't you let them go without even taking a name? Levin continues to make advances.
Oh, if I could only tell you the truth.
What do you mean, the truth?
I'm not killing people. The cops follow Levin, made easier by the fact that he goes out the front door rather than his secret passage and doesn't turn into a monster, which really makes you question how necessary that is to the movie. But how can he give them the slip?
Well, I slipped outside for a minute to buy some cigarettes.
I figured, what's the worst that could happen? But Levin is coming to the realization that regularly murdering to sustain a woman who doesn't want him isn't a viable plan. He breaks the news gently to Jeanette.
Please forgive me.
But as he sees her face, he realizes it has worked.
But you're completely cured and it's forever.
Sorry about the roller coaster. Although he's only become the monster twice in the US edit, he fears that it is taking over, like Mr. Hyde, and he seems to be right.
Well, then get dressed.
I'll give you some privacy. But the police are outside, and he heads for the obvious hiding place. The unimpeachable secrecy and indestructible strength of the greenhouse.
Look there! Fire a volley through the window pane.
And so Jeanette is back with her controlling boyfriend. At least he made you hot again. Thanks for watching. For a more traditional vampire story, check out my book. There's a link in the description below. Atom Age vampire, this is not. So why not make an Atom Age vampire film? Pitch us your ideas for that film in the comments below.